You're watching Medfield TV, Community Shows.
Hello Medfield, thanks for watching Medfield TV. My guest today is a very, very familiar face to you folks. It's Roberta Lynch, who runs the Council on Aging Center, and she does a good job, as you will find out when you hear what her recent activities are and what the past ones have been. So let's hear what's going on at the center today. What's on?
So before we talk about the month of December, which is right around the corner, I just want to thank the community for the town meeting vote most recently, extending our Saturday program through the end of June. I really appreciate that. I know the people who come in on Saturdays are very excited to have it ongoing. So I just really, truly want to say thank you for your support. It's a great program. I was in there this past Saturday, and it was just a bunch of busyness going on in there, and it was so exciting to see the people heading down to the movies and going in for lunch and sitting at the puzzle table, and the young women coming out of Zumba. I mean, it just was a really hopping place, so thank you very much for that.
I'm one of the regulars, as you might know. The only ones I've missed is if my grandson has a soccer game. Yep. I choose the soccer game for my grandson, of course. But they do a very, very nice job. They really do. I've told them that before.
Yeah, it's great. And one of the big things is just getting out and having, I think the people enjoy getting out and having lunch on a Saturday with friends and meeting in the dining hall, and it's just wonderful.
A lot of us say we find the weekends the loneliest time.
Right.
And that's why I'm dreading this coming weekend, because for a lot of us it will be a lonely time. Mm-hmm. I mean, some people have family around, will have family on Thursday, but some won't have family Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
And so I think the Saturday program is hugely important.
Yes, great. I think so too. And again, thank you so much for the support. So December is a month of activities, just sort of celebrating the spirit of the season. And we start off, our first event is actually on December 5th. It's Wednesday. We have our monthly supper club. And so that'll be a dinner. We don't know what it is yet. Staff, COA staff.
That's our first Saturday?
Wednesday.
Oh, shoot, that's a Lions Club.
Yeah, the schedule's tight this month.
I know, but that takes a lot of us. That's too bad.
Yeah, well, but we do have our Mr. DJ coming for the Christmas show that he has done in the past for us. So it's always interesting to have him there. And the music's good. The food's always extremely delicious, of course, because we cook it. And that's December 5th. And our social hour starts at 4, supper's at 5. We also have bingo at 3:15, a movie at 2. So the day is just filled with activities.
Sounds good.
It's great. A couple new programs one program has started, one class ran, Regain Your Balance, and that's with a certified balance trainer, Steve Avanello, and he last Thursday was in, and he takes up to 12 people. We had 10 in there, and was so well received in terms of this class, so it runs for 6 weeks. So there is time if you want to jump in for the balance class, and it will be the Thursday after Thanksgiving will be the next class. But that's one of the new programs we're offering. The other one we have coming up in December is gaining emotional strength. So the holidays can be very difficult for people. They can be lonely, they can be stressful, and you can experience a loss during the holidays. Maybe your family's not around, or your spouse is gone, or whatever the case may be. So Marianne McCarthy, she's a social worker, a therapist, and she's going to give a 3-part workshop on regaining emotional strength. And I've chatted with her quite a bit, and it sounds like it's going to be wonderful. So supportive. She'll take up to, I'm going to say 15 people, and it will be a group workshop. So there'll be, I think, a lot of back and forth. And I think it'll be very helpful for some people if
Absolutely.
you know, if they're feeling a loss. And it could be not the holidays that are causing you a loss. It could be something else. Maybe you have given up your license, or you lost your best friend, or you know, whatever the case may be. So that's starting up, and that bear with me so I can just.
I was wondering what the cost was for that.
No, there's no cost.
no cost.
No cost at all for that. It's
That's good.
yeah. And it begins on, it's Fridays, 3 Fridays in a row, the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st. And excuse me if I refer to the newsletter a lot. I told Ann that I put it together this weekend, and not all the dates are in my head, so I have to cheat. But so that's the other new program that's starting up, and I'll be interested to see how that works out. So one of the things we have coming up, and you're a Lions member, we have our annual Senior Citizens Christmas Party on December 9th.
Which I love.
And this is the 36th party that the Lions Club, and it's a tri-club, really a tri-club event that has been sponsored 36 years. And unfortunately, this is the last year in the American Legion as we know it.
I'm going to miss the Legion more than probably most people have any idea. I've lived here for 55 years now, and I have been to so many events at that Legion, fundraisers for all kinds of things, and it's just been wonderful. We've been to weddings there, receptions after funerals there, we've been to birthday parties there, I mean, you name it. It's just been part of Medfield.
So when you talk to people, I think it's going to be a loss for a lot of people.
Oh, you bet.
You know, and certainly for the Christmas party. I mean, our hall can't hold the number of people that come to the Christmas party year after year. But so we're very excited, and I know Fosse and all the people involved, the Lions, the Sportsman's Club, and everyone, the Council on Aging who is involved in helping with this. Very excited and making it like a big, great celebration, and saying thank you to the Legion for, you know, all the efforts over the years.
I keep telling the Legion members, if I would make a buck, their problem's over. I'm going to buy the woman.
Wait a minute, I thought you were going to build us an addition.
I am. I'm gonna, you wouldn't believe what I'm going to do with my money. Mike Sullivan laughs at me every time I add something new to the list.
Right, I know. Watch
I have
out,
a
that
list.
money goes fast, though, you know. So
Well, with all the lists I've got, you bet it would.
I thought we were at the top.
Actually, there are a couple things on the top, though.
Okay.
You'd be on the list, but you wouldn't be at the top.
Not on the top. Dang. Okay, that's all right. So our Pops, I'm so excited that our trip in to see the Boston Pops, their holiday show, has sold out. So we'll be doing that on Thursday, December 13th. But we do have a great trip coming up for New Year's Eve. I just put a press release together and hopefully get it into the papers. So we do a New Year's Eve trip, and it's called New Year's at Noon, and we actually get on the bus around 9:30 in the morning, a coach bus, Fox Tours, and they take us into Rose Wharf, where we then get on the Odyssey and do a 2-hour harbor cruise and lunch, and there's music, DJ, party hats, horns, the whole thing, champagne toast, and we ring in the new year at 12 noon. And it's wonderful because by the time you get home, it's like 4:30, and I tend not to go out on New Year's Eve anymore, you know, late at night, and it's just wonderful. You come home and you've celebrated, and it's great.
Yeah. Over the years, we changed our New Year's Eve plans. We used to have a big group that would meet in different areas around other neighboring towns. And then we kind of, as we got older, we narrowed it down. It would only be in very close towns. And then we narrowed it down even more, Medfield only. Yeah. Because it isn't just our driving, it's everybody else's driving.
Sure, exactly.
And you worry about it.
Yeah, so that's available, open to anyone, you know, if it's during the day. So just come on down and pick up a flyer and sign up, and it's really a lot of fun.
What does that one cost?
That's $89.
Okay.
Yep. And you get a buffet lunch.
And door to door?
Well, not house, door to door from the center.
Okay, but you have to get the center with their bus.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that should, so welcome anybody, come on, make it a full bus, and we'll really have a good time. And then after we get off the Odyssey, when the cruise is over, we go around and look at the lights and the Christmas tree on the Boston Commons, and so it's a nice afternoon, really nice. So we have a very lovely former Medfield resident, now lives in Norfolk, Claudette O'Brien. She's a big member of the Medfield Garden Club, and she's coming on December 17th to do a holiday Christmas flower arranging class. So it's $5, and you come in, and she really does beautiful work with arranging flowers. She's done this for us so many times, but she'll be in, so you'll have a very nice arrangement for your table or to give as a gift. So definitely, if you're interested in putting a nice arrangement together with a professional person kind of helping you, guiding you, so it looks perfect, sign up for that. It's December 17th at 2 o'clock. That's a Monday afternoon. Then we have, this is all like festive stuff, the season. So
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season, right. December 19th, one of our participants at the center, Maggie Joseph, used to be our choral director there when we had our singing group, and she is going to be playing for us, and we're going to have a holiday sing-along, and we also have a service group of young ladies, 4th and 5th graders. They'll be coming in, and they're going to be serving hot cocoa and cookies. So maybe we'll have a little snow flurry happening that day, and we'll be singing nice
day
songs.
is this one?
That is Wednesday, December 19th.
December 19th, have to write that down.
Yeah, that'll be nice. Get everybody singing, and it'll be wonderful.
Maggie does a good job.
Oh, plays the piano. It's just lovely.
I know.
After that, on December 20th, we are visiting the Eustace Museum, the Eustace Estate Museum in Milton. It's a beautiful mansion, and it's all decorated for the holidays. It's at the base of the Blue Hills in Milton,
really?
and so we'll be going there for a visit and take a look at all the decorations and enjoying that. Then we have on Saturday, December 22nd, high school junior or senior, Joe Pagliazzo. He contacted me, and he is working with a friend, Laura Clifford, and they're putting together a 4th and 5th grade ensemble.
Oh, nice.
And they are coming in on that Saturday at 11 o'clock, and they're going to perform. We're going to have a concert at the
That sounds
center.
beautiful.
Yep,
I really
wonderful.
would like that.
Yep. So that's happening on that Saturday. And let me see. So then we'll be closed on December 24th and 25th.
You're kidding. You're closing on the 25th?
And the 24th.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I made an executive decision. And then, so there is no exercise for anyone who takes our exercise classes. There's no exercise the week of the 24th to the 28th.
Okay.
But there will be Zumba on December 29th, so that's Saturday. So definitely after Christmas and you've eaten all that food, come in and do a Zumba class on Saturday the 29th at 9. But the December 27th, see, this is like a jam-packed full
Yeah,
month.
it really is.
And I have it all, I listed all the important dates that I think are important, just bullet right on the front page so nobody can miss them. December 27th is our birthday party, and we have the banjo ragtime players coming in, so that's also a good thing. And then on Friday, December 28th, we're going to have our first pancake breakfast in a long time. So that's a Friday at 8:30. We're going to have our pancake breakfast, and then at 9 o'clock, Dr. Gary Highlander, who many of you follow, he will be in to present. I can't tell you what the presentation is because he hasn't told me yet.
Maybe it's the history of pancakes.
What
might be.
Might be. You never know. Although you say the history of pancakes, we have Jerry Sansolo, who does Minds in Motion, and he's coming on Saturday, December 8th to talk about the history of Christmas cards.
Oh, that'd be interesting too.
Right. So very interesting. So that's at 1 o'clock on the 8th. That's limited to 15 people. He's very specific in terms of no more than 15 because it's a very interactive give and take class. But that's our September lineup, which is
Wow.
yeah, it's pretty full. It's pretty good.
Pretty full.
Pretty full.
It's an understatement.
Yeah. There is a wonderful jewelry outlet in Waltham. I don't know if many people know about it, but we certainly do, and we go just about every year. It's on 2nd Ave. And actually that trip is going on Monday, December 10th at 10 a.m. And they have really, really nice costume jewelry for not a lot of money. really beautiful sets, you know, necklaces, earrings, bracelets. It's wonderful. So it's just a itty bitty little place, half the size of this table room.
Okay.
And they have so much jewelry.
Wow.
It's amazing. So that's always a fun thing to do.
It is.
On one, I just want to mention one thing. So we had we lost one of our folks who's been a big part of the Council on Aging recently, Mr. Johnson, Bill Johnson. And I just want to, you know, extend our, you know, our sympathy, and because when I started in 2001, Bill was just taking over the Friends group, the Fosse, and we joke over the years and always have called him Mr. Fosse. So I want to remember, you know, if his wife ever sees this, that he was such a big part of the COA, and he will be missed.
He loved it. He loved doing it.
Yeah,
There's
he
no
did.
question he loved
did.
doing it.
Yeah, he was wonderful. So he will be missed. We do have some shopping trips lined up. Because it is the season to shop. And not everybody shops online. So some people still like to go to the brick and mortar stores
they
and,
do.
you know, feel and touch and so forth. So we have Monday, December 3rd, we're doing a trip over to the Natick Mall if anybody's interested in going in that direction. On December 6th at 10 a.m., that's the Thursday, we have a day of shopping, and that is going to be, we're going to make multiple stops. We're going to stop at Christmas tree shops, Walmart, Kohl's, and
my
TJ
God.
Maxx.
Oh, you have no money left.
So that's just a day of shopping. So
Wow.
and plan to bring some money because you'll probably have lunch somewhere. And then I mentioned the jewelry store on December 10th at 10 a.m. And then for people who are cooking or need to make something for Christmas itself, on the 17th, we'll be going to Market Basket.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
nice.
and then we always have our Shaw's trips on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
So, and Roach Brothers on Fridays.
Mhm.
So lots of shopping in the
That's
month of
what, and Bill does a
December.
good job with that.
Bill's great. You know, you had mentioned about the staff, and I can mention them here. I mean, certainly the COA staff is phenomenal. Our newest member, Lisa Donovan, she's been with us, I can't believe it, it's over a year now. It's crazy how time flies, and she's doing a great job. And I tell her she's like a sponge. She's just taking everything and just learning everything and really doing a great job. So Lisa's our outreach worker, and for any issues you might have, concerns, maybe you have a mom and dad somewhere in Medfield or maybe even another town. We get a lot of Medfield residents that call us for information on their parents who live elsewhere, and we're more than happy to help you kind of navigate. This is an interesting conversation I had last week. A daughter came in, and her parents are in Florida, and Dad has just given up his driving license. The
it's tough.
kids took the driving away, and so and she was like, I can't understand. I mean, he won't do anything. He won't go anywhere. He won't let us drive him anywhere. And so I said, you know, it's you know, especially men that in the 80s, I mean, most of the time men did all the driving through all their adult life, you know, back when they were raising their families. As I look back at my mother and father, my dad did all the driving, my mother sat in the passenger seat. I said, so this is a big loss for him, and he's grieving, and you need to give him time to grieve, because he'll eventually accept it, but it's not going to come overnight. It's going to take time, because it is a big loss. It is
a big loss.
It's a
No
big
question.
change in your lifestyle. You know, that gave him independence, and now he feels like he's dependent, and nobody wants to be dependent, you know. And there are resources out there, but you just got to give him time. So don't pressure him. Just give him time, and he'll come around. It just takes time.
It's not easy, though.
No, it's not. Oh, it's not easy for sure. It's not easy.
In
But
my case, it was a little easier because it was my eyes that were my problem, not my
Sure.
driving.
Sure.
And but so I gave it up voluntarily. A few weeks later, actually, my eye doctor suggested I give it up, and I said, too late, I already did.
Right.
But I didn't feel safe
Right.
driving, but I had a driver. My husband loved to drive, and
Sure.
he had just retired,
Yeah.
so I was lucky.
Right.
I had that, but a lot of people don't,
Right.
and it makes it harder.
Right. So, you know, we talk about the trips that we go on, and so I think we have really good transportation. We have a great driver, Bill Party. He's been, I think, with me for, I bet 8 years. He's been at the center, I think it's 8 years, 7 or 8 years, and he does a great job. And we get people to physical therapy, we get them to their doctor's appointments, either it's our vehicles or it's our volunteer drivers we have. We get people shopping, we get people to pick up their prescriptions. I mean, we really run those buses around, and it's just, it's available. So if you need a ride, you just need to give us a call, and we'll send you our schedule or give you our schedule, how the bus runs, and it's a pretty handy thing. And I know a lot of people say they don't want to get on the bus because it's the senior bus, but I think once you get over that little emotional block, it's actually not bad. I think you now enjoy the bus when I hear all the banter back and forth between you and Basil.
Basil and I have a good time on the bus. There are a few others that I jig back and forth too, and it's great.
Yeah.
And with Bill too, we tease Bill all the time.
Yeah. So
I think every single one of the staff is terrific in that. We're so lucky to have them. They're all cheerful.
Right.
And Susan, when I have doctor's appointments, et cetera, Susan will give her a little notice, and she'll get a driver there, and the drivers are nice and very friendly.
Yeah.
It's great, and they pick you up at your house, they take you back, they wait in the waiting room for you.
Yeah. Susan's been there the longest, myself longer than Susan, and she's remarkable.
She is.
She gets people their snow shovelers, she gets people their rides to their doctor's appointments. She's running the tax work-off program. She runs the low herring program. It's just amazing how much she does. The other day I said, Susan, she was like flooded with tax work-off applications, and I was flooded in what I was doing, and I said, I'm so sorry, I haven't asked you if you needed help with, putting anything together. She says, no, I think I have it. So that went well. We had to have a lottery for tax work-off this year because we had, I think it was 77 applications.
Oh, wow.
So she's now getting everybody situated in positions that they will be successful in and work their hours.
Sure.
So, yeah, she's great. Everybody's great. The whole center is great.
It is.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I don't know. We talked about the party on December 9th. So make sure if you're, about that party. So our entertainment, usually we have a music, So this Christmas we have a whole different form of entertainment. We have, the gentleman's name is David Hall. He's a magician and mentalist that has performed in Boston and other places, and we had him once at the center, and he's fantastic. So
Good.
That's our entertainment for this Christmas party on December 9th. So I'm excited about that because it's very different.
Sure.
Yeah. Anyhow, I think, Anne, I have said enough.
You didn't leave out one more party in December?
No, I did not. But here on the back of the newsletter, and by the way, I want to thank Rich Ryder because Town of Medfield it must have been about a year ago, they got a new website, and each department was able to create their own web page or website within the website. So Rich Ryder, my board member, he worked so hard last year putting together the website because he has that in his background, and he did a phenomenal job, and the website is wonderful. So if you want to find out about the Council on Aging, anything that we do or resources, that sort of thing, go to the town website, click on Council on Aging, and you'll come to our pages, and that's where you can find the newsletter online, and that's where you'll find it online. But on the back of the newsletter, if you get it in the mail, be sure to read the winter weather reminder. And this is the reminder. When the Medfield schools are closed, the senior center is closed. When the schools have a 2-hour delay, we will open 2 hours later at 11 o'clock. So just look at the schedule. So if you have a 9:30 exercise class and we're opening up at 11, you know you're not going to have that exercise class. They don't move up. We just open at 11. So that's really important. And the other thing it tells you there that, even if the schools are running, but we or I decide that it's not safe for the buses to be out, or whatever the weather is going to be, we can cancel our programs and activities at any time.
Because I'm sure you consult with the police chief.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah, and you just use common sense. I mean, I don't want anyone to ever to fall or in an accident, whatever. So we just so people know that if we do cancel something, we have a reason for it. And the other thing is to make sure when you sign up to put your phone number next to your name. There's always a column for phone, so that we don't have to look it up. We can just take the activity of the day, if it's been canceled, just go down the list and call everyone. It just makes it a lot easier for us. So, so yeah, that's it.
Sounds like a busy month.
I tried to make it slower this month, but
It's going to be hard to top this in January.
oh no, we have things coming in January.
I'm sure you do.
So
I think you have things coming every month.
yeah, pretty much.
Do you have anything else you want to add today?
No. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to everyone if this gets on, and we'll see you for all of our December activities.
And maybe January, February, March?
Absolutely.
Because we're not going to go away that fast.
Nope.
We're going to wait a little bit longer.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you, Roberta.
You're welcome.
And thank you all for watching Medfield TV. I hope you'll tune in again. And if you have any questions, the number is 3665. It's easy to reach them. And also, if you have any ideas for anybody to interview on this show or any other show, give me an email at annmedfield@verizon.net. And once again, thanks so much for watching Medfield TV.
You're watching Medfield TV, community shows.